Your hair looks nice today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No. It's my hair that looks nice, not you.
Dear Shandy. Welcome back to another Dear Shandy Bachelor recap, listeners. Hello, Andy.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good. In Canada.
Yes, we're surrounded by snow.
Yeah, a lot of snow. Yeah. Mountainous snow.
Yes, it's nice. I like seeing snow. I haven't seen much snow.
We haven't seen much at all.
Okay, so for housekeeping, we are clearly in Ottawa, Canada. Mm-hmm. You should know this by now, this setup.
It was announced previously.
Yes. We've kicked out most of my family out of the house. Yeah. And the remaining few are either upstairs or downstairs hiding out.
Yes, they're quarantined.
Because we can't be heard while we do this.
No.
This is private.
It is.
Okay, so anything else before we get going, Andy?
Not really. I mean, we did have our 200th episode, which we forgot to talk about in the episode because we do often forget to stop and smell the roses, I've noticed.
It's true. So thank you to those Shandies who smelled them for us. Okay, shall we get going?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so episode 8 picks up with tinkly piano music and Zach in the shower. Lots of Zach in the shower shots this season.
This was a serious, they shot this totally serious. There was no joke here.
We get the requisite recaps of each relationship, and that all wraps with the conclusion of his shower.
Well, I will say, though, it's a reasonable thing for him to be thinking about in that shower. Like if I was doing that shower, I might be doing the exact same thought process.
You're making me realize that when I'm showering, I'm rarely thinking about showering.
Yeah, you've showered a million times. Mm-hmm. You're not thinking like, oh, first I got to get the soap, then I got to get the water. Usually you do some of your best thinking in the shower. At least I do.
I'm realizing that in the shower, I spend half the time thinking about something else entirely and half the time thinking about how much I wish the shower was over. And I'm like, oh, now I have to do this thing. And now I have to do this thing.
That's so true. That's exactly what I do.
And speaking of which, because I'm home, I have not showered in a very long time.
What's the count? What are we looking at?
We don't have to talk about that, but everyone knows when you go home, you just sort of live in your pajamas.
Absolutely. Showering's overrated. Let's be honest.
It is. So first up, we are in Pittsford, Vermont, which is Gabi's hometown. And here they have the full maple experience.
The FME.
This was a really cute callback to her limo exit. And she did win my limo exit win all those weeks back.
Oh, wow. I forgot that.
Yeah, because, you know, she clearly values a real maple syrup. I love how she called the table syrup fraudulent. This is very cute.
She's after your own heart, for sure.
Yeah. So they drill into a tree to get sap, aka liquid gold, according to her. But then shortly thereafter, they dismiss the tree. That's it. That's it for the maple experience. They just start tasting.
Yeah, they just drilled the tree.
Yeah. Because, you know, there's a lot more to getting maple syrup. Yeah. You have to then extract it and then you boil it. There's filtering involved. I'm not saying I would expect them to do all that. It would take a long time, but you know, like on a cooking show where they're like, put it in the oven for an hour and like, oh, and look, this one's ready an hour later.
Yeah. No, I know. It was a violation of the tree.
Yeah. It's so true. There was nothing that came of it. They just dug a hole in the tree.
Like, you're just going to put a hole in me and not even take my delicious sap?
Yeah. And then it was a lot of innuendos here. They talk about how it's wet and warm in there. Gabi's like, oh, she's not deep enough.
Yeah. No, they really plowed that tree.
I do like this about their rapport. They always go kind of dirty, but it's still somehow really innocent.
Yeah, it's cute.
They do a blind taste test now of the 4 syrups. And of course, Zach thinks the table syrup is the best one.
Very predictable.
Honestly, that was too good to be true.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, no way.
Were you really surprised?
Yeah, I guess I'm really that naive. I really thought like the only reason why people prefer table syrup is because they don't have access to maple syrup.
Can I make a
they haven't been exposed.
Extremely embarrassing confession here?
What?
Before I met you, I kind of opted for table syrup.
I want to unhear this.
Sorry. But you taught me the ways. I just didn't understand. You know, it tastes gamey. If I had to describe it, maple syrup compared to table syrup, it has a gamey taste. It's like kind of almost like wine.
It's a distinct flavor.
Yeah. So if you're used to eating table syrup, and table syrup is not bad. It's not like putting table syrup on your pancakes is disgusting. It's perfectly nice. It's okay. It's okay. It's not bad.
I'm never going to agree with you on
this. Is this a divorce?
I'm just never going to agree. I'm like, nah, not a divorce, but...
You're saying there's zero value in tables? Nothing.
Zero.
So you'd rather have it just with nothing on it or water?
Water.
Moist pancakes.
No, I would do butter or jam or honey or something.
Okay. So you just hate table syrup. Are you sure it's not like a national pride thing?
It might partly be.
Yeah, I think it is. It's not that bad between you and me.
Okay, so now it's the evening, and on her way in, Gabi in her ITM says, I'm very close to falling in love with him. And thus begins a whole lot of this. I've talked
It's like
before.
a Wordle game. It's like, well, I've got T, R, A, and N. I think, next.
Yeah, I'm close to getting the word.
I think it's going to be trained, but I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I'm going to get there.
They always do this. Like love, it's this thing, like I can see it on the horizon. I'm on my way there.
Yeah, but it's there. They know it's there. And they're just on their way to get there.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
You'd be there. If you see it, it's like light. If you see light, it's already at you.
Yeah.
It's not like coming towards you.
Yeah.
It's going 186,000 miles a second. You're ready. It's already at you. You don't see it coming. Or is it like at work where someone's like, where's that report? And I've been waiting. And like, it's almost ready. I'm telling you, like by Friday, you're going to have the report on your desk. So it's like something you really are trying to do, but you're not really that into it.
Yeah.
Well, but it's going to get done.
It's going to get done. Okay, so now they meet Gabi's sister, her two brothers, her mom, Stephanie, and her father, Kevin. And Zach and Gabi's brother chat first. Andy, you were convinced that he was from Chicago with his accent.
Right?
Yeah, it did sound very Chicago.
It's like Grocery Store Joe.
Yeah. This was the usual interrogating, but in general, it was pretty light in terms of protective brothers.
This is easy pass.
Yeah, he wants his sister to be happy, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Gabi and her sister talk. We were distracted the whole time by the placement of this decorative star on the wall behind her.
Is she an angel?
Or a devil.
Oh.
It just was coming right out the sides and out the top. It was
even
perfect.
in the long shot. I mean, the cameraman has a choice. He can move over 2 inches to the left or right.
The best part of this conversation, though, was Gabi saying, I could be falling in love soon. And her sister said, okay, keep me posted.
Exactly the correct response.
Yes, that really showed that she was on the same page as us.
Yep.
Like, okay, keep me posted when you get that report in. Zach and Gabi's mom talk now. Stephanie, her mom, asks that he give Gabi, quote, the dignity of honesty at all times. She said that Gabi's looking for someone to make her feel safe and secure. We liked her a lot, very pragmatic. And now Gabi talks to her dad. He, meanwhile, is the romantic. He said he knew his mom was the one at a glance, and he believes you can fall in love and get engaged in 2 months easy.
Oh my God, this guy's adorable.
He was so cute. He starts crying now. It's so cute to see a grown man love this much.
Oh yeah.
It was
especially
adorable.
A burly grown man.
Yeah, he was like a burly man in Vermont with 4 kids. And he was like, yes, you can fall in love in 2 months, and bawling. It was adorable.
Well, Vermont is the lover's state. The state for lovers.
What?
Yeah, that's the thing. They say it's a state for lovers.
Vermont?
Yeah, and there's also like bumper stickers that are like love Vermont. Love Vermont.
I think I have to Google this because I don't think you're right.
I'm almost 100% sure I'm right.
There was a city they went to on The Bachelor where it was the state for love.
No, Vermont is the state for lovers, not just love.
I'm going to Google this right now.
I'll bet you
I only remember this because there was a season where they went to a certain state and I ended up getting randomly a swag bag of stuff advertising the state and it being the state for love/lovers.
I can vouch that it's a state for lovers. I went to summer camp in Vermont when I was a kid, and the counselors used to...
I knew I was right. Virginia is the state for lovers.
Oh, are you serious? Damn it. Starts with a V. It's close.
Why were you so confident in that?
I don't know. I'm more confident now in things that I don't know than I used to be.
Okay, and now Gabi and Zach chat outside. Gabi says, don't forget about me. She breaks down about how much she's going to miss him, and she's so sincere.
She's very cute. She's like a little Disney character-y.
Yes. Girl next door meets Disney character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, and then that's it. There's no I'm falling in love with yous.
No drama. No, I'm falling in love. Just a real...
And no incorrect usage of I.
Not a single one.
Not that we noticed anyway. Okay, so now we are in New York, New York. There's a big city soundtrack playing. Oh, let me open the door. Okay.
All right.
Okay, now I'm going to enter the speakeasy. Closing the door. Very good.
Thank you.
So we get Word Watch 1 here.
Okay.
We get Word Watch 1 here. Zach says,
it's been a unique journey with Ariel and I.
They meet in Washington Square Park, and she calls the city her extended family and says she's so excited for Zach to meet her. And him. I like that. Pretty impressive music here, I've got to say. They interweave the music with buskers. There's a band playing in the park that like blends into it and then blends out.
I thought the whole New York segment was A-Team.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really well shot.
Yeah, it's like they were like, we don't always get to do a hometown in Manhattan. We're going to make it cool. And they did.
Yeah, they brought in the ringers.
And I love that Zach gave money to the band.
Yeah, that was nice.
They walk past the chess players and they both have zero interest in playing. And she says, you're more nervous to play chess than to meet my family. Andy, you've played chess there before.
I have. I've played chess in that park.
Many times.
And I've been beaten.
Are you always beaten by them?
Well, the guy I play is this guy, Paul. He's like literally considered the best chess hustler.
Chess hustler?
Yeah, he like sits out there.
Name?
Yeah, he plays called? Chess for money. So what happens is you have to pay to play Paul.
Okay.
Like he's he's like a grandmaster.
So he makes his living playing chess.
You pay him $5 and you get to play a 5-minute or 5 or 10 minute game. I think it's $5 for a 5-minute game, $10 for a 10-minute game.
Okay.
It's time chess. It's not like the kind of chess where you can just take 2 hours to make a move.
Okay.
And so he just all day makes money because a lot of people want to play him who are just amateurs, and also a lot of people who are really good want to play him to see if they can beat him.
Yeah.
Because beating Paul is a badge of honor. He's a legend.
Yeah.
He's this Russian guy. So anyway, I've played Paul a few times and he's beaten me pretty badly. One time I got down pretty far with him. Like we were down to only like 4 pieces each.
Wow.
But I knew I was going to lose. Like for the last 10 moves, I knew I was going to lose. I was just drawing it out.
Yeah.
But it was fun to be able to just be there long at the table with him and get to the end.
As you got closer and closer to the end, and it seemed like you were holding your own, did he seem to become more competitive?
Yeah, he gave me one of these. He was like, at one point I made a move and he was like, I was like,
that's cute. Okay, so they get slices at Ben's.
nah.
Oh, Andy,
that's fine. Ben's is B. It's B class pizza. And that's
good.
That's a compliment. That's a compliment. There's a lot of C and D. It's standard B. It's a 7. It's good. Like when you're drunk in that neighborhood, like you just got out, like it's right near the Comedy Cellar. You just get a piece of pizza there. It's fine. I've had, put it this way, it's good when it's good, and it's not good when it's not good. And that's one of the things that I demand of my New York pizza is consistency. Mm-hmm. I've probably had one slice at Ben's I'd say on average, every 2 years for the last 25 years. I'm telling you, every single time I've had a piece of pizza there, it's been different than the last time.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So she takes him now to Sarge's Deli, where they get tongue sandwiches. Are you going to chime in on Sarge's Deli too?
No, I have no disrespect to Sarge's Deli. I'm just a Katz's or Second Avenue Deli guy.
I wrote here, Andy, that you have a cute tongue sandwich story.
Well, when I was a kid, my grandmother used to babysit for me on Saturdays with my parents. My mom would help with my dad in the office for paperwork.
Okay.
She would always make tongue sandwiches for me because I really liked it. And she'd always be like, I got a tongue sandwich for you. And I'd be like, yes. And then one day I was in the supermarket and I was looking at the display of meats and there was this giant, what looked to me like a giant tongue sitting in the case.
Oh.
And I said to my mom, I was like, what is that? She's like, that's a tongue. And I was like, whose tongue? She's like, a cow's tongue. Oh. And I was like, is that the tongue that I eat that Grandma makes me? And she's like, yeah. Didn't you know? And I was like, no. I thought it was like a grasshopper pie. I thought it was a euphemism. I didn't think it was a real tongue.
Oh, that's so cute.
That was the last. I never, ever for the rest of my life ate a tongue ever again.
You know, I had a similar moment in my life with escargot.
Oh, yeah.
When I was little, I had escargot all the time, like weekly. Like we would make escargot. No. My mom has in the kitchen those ceramic things with the divots in them. It's like it's only for escargot. When we went on a cruise once and you could order unlimited, I would eat escargot until I was sick. I loved escargot until, I don't know, I reached a certain age where suddenly I realized what escargot was.
Wow.
And I was like, and I never had escargot again.
Ever again, not a single escargot.
Isn't that sad? It's growing up.
It's not sad for the escargots.
No, it's true. She feeds him gefilte fish, and he says he likes it. But Andy, you accused him of lying.
There's a lie. The only way that you like it, and by the way, I love gefilte fish. The only way that you come to love gefilte fish is if you're born eating gefilte fish. You don't just suddenly one day eat gefilte fish and you're like, oh my God, what have I been missing my whole life? He's a liar.
I have to admit, when I did taste gefilte fish, after having met you, I was like,
Yeah, it's disgusting, and I love it. And I love it because it reminds you of childhood, and I was raised into gefilte fish.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. If you want to cut down on food waste, then Lowe is your bet.
You know, my favorite part about that was your eye contact with the Shandies. Okay, so Lowe, we have to talk about Lowe.
Yeah, we do.
Lowe sitting right over there. So Lowe is a countertop electric composter. It sits on our countertop and we put in all food waste or food scraps. So this could be the part of a pepper that you don't eat, or you finish dinner and you've got scraps that aren't enough to make a leftover meal out of. Yeah. All of that stuff goes in the Lowe, and then it gets, with the push of a button, turned into soil, which then you can sprinkle on your plants.
Yeah. Put in your garden or just put it in your backyard. Just throw it anywhere. It's earth.
You get soil. Yeah. It really is a game changer. And we have to talk about the difference it makes, A, for the environment, and B, for your household garbage. Which one do we want to start with?
Garbage.
Okay.
The weight of our garbage bags, is it literally, what would you say? 20% as heavy as it used to be?
And we take out about a third of the garbage bags we used to.
I honestly feel like I go down to the garbage once a week now.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
It's made a huge difference. It makes me realize how much of our garbage that we were taking out of the house was food waste. Because you and I are pretty diligent about not wasting food. So it's not like we're just throwing out meals.
No.
It's just the scraps, the leftovers, the stuff that doesn't make it into your stomach.
And you don't get that stinky garbage smell.
No.
You don't get rodents coming to eat your garbage. It's not that wet. You're dragging it down to the garbage and there's a trail of greasy, smelly crap coming out.
So just from a garbage bag perspective, big difference. And now we have to talk about the environmental impact, because that food waste would normally go and sit in that garbage bag, go to landfill, and over time it would turn into
methane, one of the most, if not the most, harmful greenhouse gas that is also smelly and flammable.
Yeah. You're really turning something that can be so bad into something so good. Soil. So if you want to start making a positive environmental impact or just make post-dinner cleanup that much easier, Lowe is perfect for you.
Head to Lowe.com/Shandy and use promo code Shandy to get $50 off your Lowe.
That's $50 off when you go to Lowe.com/Shandy. That's LOMI.com/Shandy and enter promo code Shandy at checkout.
Food waste is gross.
Let Lowe save you a cold trip out to the garbage can.
So Sharleen, what was I demanding of you yesterday?
This really did happen.
Yeah.
We ran out of our Care of protein powder.
Yeah.
And Andy, you were not having it.
No. I went through the whole tub, and it is a tub. It's a definite tub.
Yeah. Of chocolate.
Of
so
chocolate
good.
protein. It's good. I mean, it's good without the protein. But I want another tub.
Yeah.
And I want another tub now. I don't like the fact that I forgot to order another one. I don't like the fact that there's 3 or 4 days in between one tub to the next tub.
And that is why Care of has subscriptions so that you can get your vitamins, supplements, and powders delivered directly to your door every month, so you don't have to wait for that in-between time and be proteinless.
Yeah, look at me. I'm wasting away.
And Care of really does take the guesswork out of vitamins and supplements. I love how they have their online quiz, and it's really in depth. So you can say, oh, I've been feeling sluggish lately. Oh, I tend to feel this way in the morning. And they will tell you what would help you. And let's be honest, vitamins are not one size fits all. Whenever I see a multivitamin, it's just like, oh, you should be taking this. Not necessarily.
Yeah, there's way too much of some stuff and way too little of other stuff.
Totally. Everyone's different. And I love this too. Care of's free app helps you track how you're feeling. So you can really keep track. Like, oh yeah, that really did help me. That supplement did help me. And then you get rewarded. You take your vitamins every day and then you get rewarded with credit and merch.
Unbelievable. In the old days, I used to just take a vitamin and no one would care.
So we have a very special deal for our audience, the Shandies. You can get 50% off your first order when you go to takecareof.com/Shandy50 and enter promo code Shandy50.
Again, that's 50% off your first Care of order at takecareof.com, promo code Shandy50.
So she takes him to the Speakeasy Bathtub Gin God, we're really taking a long time on Ariel's date, but we can't help ourselves because it's
New
our
York.
city. I thought it was hilarious that we've been to Bathtub Gin countless times and had no idea that this was that place. It looked so much nicer on TV.
They had they did. They did the perfect camera angle.
Yes.
They made it seem bigger and more opulent.
Yeah, way more opulent. The lighting, it looks so elegant in there. I was like, what place is that? How have we never been there?
Well, what's so funny is we go in the entrance. It's Stone Street Coffee or whatever it is. It's a coffee place right in the front. How did we not know? It just looked totally different.
Yeah.
Camera angles.
TV.
It
adds a sheen. Okay, so now over espresso martinis. She tells him her parents fled the Soviet Union because they were persecuted for being Jewish. She says she spends every day being proud of her heritage, and he says he's excited to meet them. She says it's her brother who's going to be the tough one, and he has in the past volunteered to beat up her exes. And now it's the evening. They meet her family at a wine bar. It's her dad, Felix, her mom, Marina, her brother, Bobby, and her sister-in-law, Gabi. So first up, Bobby and Gabi sit with Zach, and Bobby starts grilling Zach. He says he knows he's the one that does the choosing here, but why should Ariel choose him? And Zach's already like, he struggles. It's cute how much he struggles with this question. He clearly hasn't thought that part through.
Well, it's also a tough question. It's too broad. Those are tough questions to answer.
Yeah, and in a way, and first I want to make fun of him, but when you think about it, if he were too quick to answer this, I would also hold it against him.
Yeah, you could judge him for that.
Yeah, you would be like, oh, get over yourself.
Absolutely.
And he takes his time. He has to think about it. And even then, it's still kind of modest. So, yeah, maybe I think I liked his answer.
I agree.
Changed my mind.
Yeah. No, if you get a gotcha question, you can have a BS answer.
True. And if you get a question that asks you to sell yourself you're a little awkward about it, I think that shows
Totally
more
fine.
than you selling yourself well.
Humility.
Yes.
Yeah.
Zach says he's got a big heart, and whoever he ends up with will have his entire heart.
Ooh.
And he'll do anything under the sun to let that be known. Bobby says they come from very different backgrounds. How does he plan to reconcile that? Zach says he's not sure if there's a specific way to reconcile that, but if two people really love each other, the families will make it work.
I mean, it's reasonable. It's another gotcha question.
It's true. And he's right in some cases, and in many cases he's wrong, but what's he supposed to say in that situation?
What are you supposed to say? Yeah, we're going to get together and have a family meeting and hash it all out and lay down some ground rules for getting along together. Yeah. Come on, it'll happen.
After we get engaged, we'll go convert.
Yeah, exactly. Zach comes in wearing a yarmulke.
Bobby asks if Zach knows Ariel's birthday or her middle name. These shouldn't be gotcha questions.
No, these shouldn't. This is where he actually did gotcha.
Zach says you have the rest of your relationship and your lives together to learn the little details.
One day I will learn her birthday.
So now Zach and Ariel's dad talk. Felix asks what makes Ariel different from the others. And Zach talks about Ariel's kindness as being the number one thing. Yeah. I thought he was going to say something else as Ariel's number one, because I do think Ariel does seem kind, but I think that all four of his
smart.
Final four are kind. Yeah, she's whip smart.
Yeah, funny, smart, quick,
funny. Kind. Who cares about kind?
Yeah, everyone's kind.
Now Ariel's dad asks Zach if he feels conflict with his choice. And in his ITM, he says, why am I expected to be 100% while the other answer could be 25%?
Very, very wise.
Yeah. Okay, but ultimately, her dad tells Ariel that he trusts her judgment so much and supports her. So, all that for nothing.
Yeah, wasted time.
Word Watch 2 comes here. Ariel in her ITM says,
their ability to see Zach and I together meant everything to me tonight.
Ariel and Zach chat now. She says she's falling for him. It's hard for her to say. And Andy, you said Zach's so overwhelmed. You felt for this whole date, he was like in over his head.
Yeah. I think what he needed was the mother. Like the mother must have screwed up. Did she just, what she did was like unacceptable for the camera?
Why do you think that he needed the mother?
The mother would have been an easy pass, I think.
Oh, but that's probably why they didn't show it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so the mother didn't make the cut.
I actually would have liked to have seen her mom. Her mom looks so cool with her glasses.
Yeah.
She had good style. It is a very cool family.
Yeah.
Ariel says it'll be hard not to see Zach for a week, but quote, this is in her ITM. She says, I'm going to let myself enjoy these emotions and be authentically happy. I just had to make note of this because I think a lot of people do this. I don't want to say everyone does, but certainly we get a lot of questions from Shandy's in the rest of our podcast. You get a lot of this. It's like, enjoy this while you have it.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you spend so much time worrying about what's coming that you don't actually enjoy the thing that you're always seeking.
Yeah. There's only once in your life where you truly fall in love. And once you're in love, it's whatever, it's just love. But falling in love, that's
magical.
It's pure magic.
I wish I could bottle us getting to know each other.
Right? Could you imagine if the rest of our life was just the first 2 weeks we were together?
Oh,
it would get tiring.
I think we would just
we would just die of happiness.
No, but it's so true. And imagine if we had spoiled those first couple of months by thinking, oh, but what if?
Yeah. Am I falling in love?
Yeah.
Am I in love?
It's easy for us to say. It's not like either of us were dating 3 other people.
That's true.
But still, I liked this sentiment.
Me too.
Okay, so now we are in Columbus, Georgia. Change of pace.
Yeah.
Charity tells Zach he'll be meeting the family first and lists everyone. And you can see Zach's just like... Andy, you were laughing the whole time watching Zach's face here.
Yeah.
You said he was already checked out.
Totally checked out.
I did find this hometown painful.
Yeah.
Not Charity. Her family was lovely.
Lovely.
Just the idea of him and Charity together, purportedly ending up together, falling in love. It was just, come on.
Well, it was the most going through the motions hometown I think I've ever seen.
I found it patronizing.
Yeah.
So her family has a Southern spread laid out, I have to admit.
Good.
Yeah. I've never been a part of a Southern spread. Is that funny?
That's a funny way to say it. It sounds like you're on the table.
You know what I mean? I've never been able to partake. How about that in a Southern spread?
Southern food's pretty good, but I can also see why Elvis died so young. Let's put it that way.
A bunch of her friends are there, her brother and her mom, Vicky, her dad, David. Charity and her dad talk first. We immediately really liked him. His accent was incredible.
Amazing.
And he immediately asks if there's been any L word so far. She says no, but quote, that probably will come. That report, it'll come at some point.
Oh yeah, Friday by the end of the day, EOD.
She starts to cry now, saying that his and her mom's relationship is goals. He says they were committed and knew their, quote, responsibility toward each other. We loved this so much.
He invented a great word.
Yes, it saves a lot of time. Yeah. Responsibility toward.
It sounds like a superhero. like I've got all this paperwork and I got to walk the dog and put the kids to bed. This is a job for responsibilitor.
Charity and her friends chat now. This is basically a tear fest. A lot of crying. Charity is bawling the whole time, uncontrollably crying.
Yeah, wow, heavy cry.
One of her friends asks if they've used the L word yet. She says that they're, quote, on the trajectory. It's coming, end of day. Our highlight was her friends saying that they're proud of her. I don't know why that's funny to me, but it is. To me, it's either I'm proud of you for falling in love with someone, which is kind of or I'm proud of you for making it so far in this show, which is also kind of
or I'm proud of you for literally crying for an hour straight.
Maybe it's I'm proud of you for letting your guard down and being vulnerable, even though you've been through heartbreak.
Aww.
That's probably it. Now I feel bad.
Yeah, you should feel bad. I didn't partake in that. That was all you.
Zach talks to her brother now. Her brother asks where he's with the other women, acknowledging it's a tough question. Yeah. And now we get, I think, the quote of the episode. Zach says, what I'm doing right now is to the best of my ability, compartmentalizing everything I can. And I think Charity is this incredible and special woman, and I want to put her best intentions first.
Okay. What the hell does that mean?
We rewatched this a few times. It was so funny. It was so great. We knew what he meant. He was stumbling. He was grasping for anything.
Imagine I was meeting your father for the first time. He's like, what's going to happen? What's going on with you and Sharleen? And I was like, I just want to put her best intentions first. I'd be thrown right out of the house.
Okay, so now Charity and her brother chat. He asks if she's prepared to go through heartbreak again. He says he hates seeing her like that. She deserves the best. They both start crying now. Very cute brother-sister relationship here. Yeah. In her ITM, Charity calls him her best friend. And I've got to say, as someone who has sisters, and I love my sisters, I will admit that when I was younger, I had a fantasy about having an older brother who was just like this. Aww. Kind of emotionally connected with me and protective of me and my best friend. I just had this fantasy about a big brother.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. When I saw them together, I was like, oh.
I mean, I think a lot of people would probably fantasize about having a big brother like him.
Oh. Wow, rave reviews here.
I kind of would.
Charity chats with her mom now. Her mom asks if she's falling in love. A lot of focus on the L word. And Charity says she's in the process.
I told you, EOD Friday.
Charity once again says her parents' relationship is her goals, and she starts crying again, and now her mom starts crying. There's a lot of crying. Andy, you said, wow, this family loves to cry.
Can you imagine watching the movie Inside Out with these people? You'd have to have like a bucket in the middle.
So now it's the evening. Charity takes Zach to a bar with line dancing, and they dance to some hardcore country music.
Hardcore, yeah.
I don't actually know if that was hardcore country.
It was slide guitar. Whenever there's slide guitar, that's usually hardcore country.
Really?
Yeah. You know what a slide is? Slide guitar?
No.
It's like you got like a ring. Sorry, I didn't mean to give everyone a finger. You got a ring on your finger, like a metal ring.
Oh yeah, I have seen that.
And you just like slide the notes. It's pretty cool. It's like that's a terrible imitation of a slide guitar, but you get the point.
Yeah, I do know what that is.
It's super bluegrass country.
Okay,
it's good stuff.
All right, so afterwards, outside of the bar, in between kisses, Charity slips out that she's falling in love, and Zach's like, "Wow."
That's so cool.
He really does say, wow, I'm not making this up.
What about this country band?
Okay, we get Word Watch 3 here. Zach in his ITM says,
There is something really special with Charity and I.
All right, so now we're in Austin, Texas for Katie's hometown. I must admit, I was disappointed it's not Kingston, Ontario.
I know, sorry.
But apparently she did move to Austin.
Yeah.
Turns out that Katie's lived there for a few short weeks, so he's going to show her around and they're going to run some errands together. I thought this was really
that's nice.
cute.
That's what you do.
And now we have a non-Word Watch, but still a notable
Yeah, we struggled on this one for a
grammar
second.
moment.
Yeah.
Yes, Zach in his ITM says,
If it's Katie and I at the end of this is going to be a great insight into what life would look like for us after this.
So Andy really hemmed and hawed over this one.
Yeah. So I came to the conclusion that this is technically grammatically correct.
Incorrect or correct?
Correct.
Okay.
But it's an awkward usage.
If it is I.
Yeah, it's like an antiquated usage.
Mm-hmm. If it is I at the end of this,
yeah,
it works.
It's like one of those, like an old timey mystery where the guy's like, "It is I who hid the knife in the cupboard."
Yeah.
It's not what we say now, but it's okay. It's grammatically correct.
It sounds wrong, but it's technically right.
Yeah.
So we're mentioning it, but it's not counting towards
it's not going to count.
We spent way too long on this.
I consulted
emails.
my mother on this.
Yeah, some texts were sent.
She literally was like, I have to sleep on this. I'm not sure.
Katie's interest in seeing what food he picks out at the supermarket is super cute. Yeah. I totally think I would be like this. Katie in her ITM says, you know when you're with somebody who makes you become a brighter, bigger version of yourself because you're so happy.
You know what? I'd like to make this a flashpoint.
Oh.
You don't say, oh, at flashpoints.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, why is it your flashpoint?
Because this is so true. When you're in a really good relationship, you become the best version of yourself.
And bigger and brighter.
Well, that is, assuming the best version of yourself is not lower and dimmer.
Do you think that you are bigger and brighter with me? I feel like you're always this big and bright.
No, I think you bring out the best part of me.
I know I'm definitely bigger and brighter with you. Like I'm more confident.
Yeah.
And more, I think even more outspoken.
Well, there's a movie with Adam Sandler. It's probably the best Adam Sandler movie, although a lot of people disagree. I know.
Wait. Which one do you think's the...
Punch Drunk Love. It's not considered one of his best, but I think it is. It's a great movie. The point of the movie, there's many points, but one of the points is that when you're in love, you're like a superhero. You can do anything. Yeah. When you're truly in love, especially when you're like just falling in love, you can conquer the world.
Yeah.
And it's right. It just resonated with me.
I'm reminded of that game we played recently where we had to guess what people thought the top 3 Adam Sandler movies were, and I got all 3 right, and you got it wrong.
I got all 3 wrong
because you think people like Punch Drunk Love.
I know, silly me.
I know that people like Happy Gilmore. Yeah. I'm not saying I like it. I know people like it.
You were right. Okay,
so they drive to her place, and she says, "It's cute, eh?"
No.
I love that he remembers that they got ice cream and to put it in the freezer. Little things like this. He's like, oh yeah, we got ice cream. Got to put in the freezer.
There's so many tells. It's all these little things. They all add up to like all the mundanities of relationships that become bigger, that become these little things you have. There's these little things. There's so many little insides.
You know who deserves credit was whoever edited this, who noticed that he remembered to put the ice cream in the freezer.
Yeah.
Something about that
Someone
really stood
who
out to me.
understands love.
Are you feeling bigger and brighter right now?
Yeah.
She puts him to work now, having him assemble furniture in her place and installing light fixtures. This is so
Honestly,
cute.
in my opinion, the best hometown portion of a date I've ever seen.
I agree. I thought this was
Not
lovely.
that it was that entertaining, but it was the right thing to do.
You know what I'm realizing is that these were great hometowns.
Yeah, and
The
no
maple-
drama. Zero.
Yeah.
Except the closest to drama was where Ariel's brother was like grilling him a little hard.
Yeah, yeah.
That was it.
Yeah. Oh, it's Ariel now.
It's both. It depends what mood I'm in.
Okay, so as he's installing things around her place, he says, "Did you just bring me to fix things around your house?" And I have to admit, I caught myself grinning
Me
ear
too.
to ear during this date.
She was so cute, and she was like, kind of, or what did she say? Maybe.
Yeah,
It was
something
so
like that.
she's cute.
Yeah,
I'm into Katie.
They're cute together.
Yeah.
Katie says that night he'll meet her family. It's her mom's opinion that means the most to her. And now she breaks down a bit talking to him and also in her ITM, but she recovers. This is pretty typical that everyone at this point is bawling all the time. And I gotta say, the only one who's really succumbing is Charity.
Yeah,
I really like these women.
I do too.
A lot. Okay, now it's the evening/afternoon. It's still light out. They meet her mom Anne, her Aunt Jill, her grandma Jackie, her brother Cooper. And there's a pickup here. We have to talk about this. I'm going to put it up. This is what a normal ITM from this hometown looks like.
Mm-hmm.
She's got that thicker necklace. Oh, I'm wearing one kind of similar. That thicker necklace. And her hair is blonder and just looks like more fluffy. And then now I'm going to put up the pickup. You can see that her hair is a little darker, more smoothed out. She's wearing a different necklace.
Yeah.
Clearly, she was told to wear the same top. Like they're trying to recreate that moment. But to me, this pickup was just further confirmation that Katie's winning, in my opinion.
100%. And even I could tell she got her hair did.
It's like they went out of their way to get her to say certain things for this date in a different venue.
100%. That is a smoking gun.
Okay, so Katie and her mom talk. Interesting clownish music going into this.
What was that?
Yeah, her mom, it was really sweet. She's clearly so close with Katie, and she's like, it's so weird seeing her so touchy-feely with someone I've never even met before. Like normally she feels like she's a part of Katie's relationships, like she gets to know these people. And suddenly there's this stranger in the house that Katie feels so close with. She's like, who is this person? And she's kind of breaking down a bit in her ITM, and they're giving her clown music.
What was that?
I was like, they better not villainize Katie's mom of all people. Thank God they didn't. It was just an odd choice going into it. They stopped it pretty quickly.
Maybe they were trying to prevent us from being 100% sure that she was winning by like making a joke of it.
They did that a bit later too, where they sort of suggested that maybe Katie's mom didn't approve of Zach.
Yeah, they were throwing everything. They were like, okay, everyone knows she's going to win. We got to throw them off the scent.
I think we can expect that next week too. I feel like they're going to do something to bring Katie back a notch.
There's going to be drama. She's going to be crying. She's going to be on stairs. How much you want to bet? Stairs crying?
I don't know if Katie's a stair crier.
I bet you there's going to be a stair crying.
Stair crying is more American to me.
You're right. Canadians have more dignity. They don't cry on stairs.
Okay, so now we get Word Watch 4. Katie says,
if you didn't see Zach and I as being a good life partners to each other, then I'd have a conversation with Zach and rethink this.
Zach talks to Katie's mom now. She asks where he is in all this. He says he can 100% see a future with Katie. And she asks if it's the L word. And he says he can see himself falling in love with her. And now Katie and her aunt talk. The consensus here is that Katie thinks Zach would fit in really well into their family. It actually does seem that way.
Oh yeah, 100%.
She hasn't told him the L word yet. It's so scary. Okay, Katie and her mom chat. And we get Word Watch number 5 here. Katie says,
do you see him and I
I kid you not. Your fly's open.
oh, fuck. I can't do up my fly when I'm home.
It's true. You feel so comfortable.
The last time I was here, my fly was wide open. I had to put a black box. I'm going to have to do that again.
Oh my God, another black box. But it's good because your pants are black, so it'll fit in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be good.
What is wrong with me?
You feel too much comfort at home. You feel like you can just do anything, walk around in your underwear.
Including not shower that much. That's uncanny. That's insane.
It was last time was Ottawa.
Ottawa. I was sitting in this exact spot.
We should make that a tradition. Every time we do recaps here, eventually you just have no pants on.
So Andy, I am blessed with good eyes.
Are you blessed?
Blessed with good eyes. But that said, I still love me a sunglasses. A sunglass, a glass
nice
for the
glass
sun.
Of sun.
Yes. And being married to you, I am always struck at how much work it is to not have good eyes.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Sorry, but seriously, I cannot believe how much it costs for contact lenses, eye exams, prescription glasses. It's insane. And it's all sort of like loose. It's all over the place. You're ordering from one place, another place. You have to go to the doctor and then take that over to the glasses store. It's so much work. And that's why we love Warby Parker.
We do.
Warby Parker, where everything is just neatly in one place. You can get your eye exam in a Warby Parker store. Their glasses start at $95. Prescription lenses included. You can get contacts. I love their sunglasses. They're so cute. They have a style for everyone. It's just the one-stop shop for all things eyewear. Where was it before?
Yeah, and there's so many places that rip you off. It's a real racket, the glasses market. Warby saw that.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're not having this anymore.
They disrupted it. And one of my favorite things about Warby is the accessibility, because they understand that maybe you don't live near a Warby Parker store, or maybe you don't live in a city with a Warby Parker. You can do it all online.
And that's where their free home try-on program comes in.
Yes, I love this. You can order 5 pairs that get shipped to your door, and there's no obligation to buy. You keep what you want, and then you pay for those retroactively, or you can send all 5 back with a prepaid label in the package. It costs you nothing. You can send all 5 back if they're not for you.
I mean, from someone who used to deal with going into the real world to get glasses and contact lenses, I can just sit on my sofa and this is all done for me.
It's insane. But if you do prefer shopping in stores, Warby has 190 locations in the US. Ooh. And I love a deal, and Warby has a great one where you can add a pair and save. So if you buy 2 or more pairs of prescription glasses or sunglasses, you save 15%.
And that's often already very affordable price.
Yes.
So try 5 pairs of glasses at home for free at warbyparker.com/Shandy.
Again, you can try on 5 pairs of glasses at home for free with their home try-on program at warbyparker.com/Shandy.
What have you got there, Sharleen?
Is it an index card?
Is it a tissue?
No, it's laundry detergent.
Oh, not on the same page.
It is Earth Breeze. It's an Earth Breeze Eco Sheet.
Amazing.
Look at it. Feel how light, how small.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah. Imagine how much better that is for the environment to ship across the country than a huge jug that's 90% water.
And 91% of those jugs do not get recycled.
And very unfun fact, 700 million detergent jugs end up in landfill every year.
That's absolutely horrifying. Yet, you still need to do laundry.
Yes, and that's where Earth Breeze Eco Sheets come in. I love these so much. Look at this. This is the whole package. Look how thin, how light, how small. And the sheets dissolve 100% in your wash, hot or cold.
And even the packaging is biodegradable and plastic free. And as I've said before, I have very sensitive skin. Everybody knows this now. And this does not cause any issues for me, as opposed to other laundry detergents that have.
This has been a big issue for us actually in the past, was finding a detergent that didn't cause some sort of rash on your body. And that's why we love Earth. And we always love a company with a cause. And Earth Breeze has a buy 1, give 10 initiative. So for every package of Earth Breeze you buy, they donate 10 loads of detergent to a charitable cause of your choice.
As if there weren't enough reasons already.
I know. So now's the time to try Earth Breeze, because right now our listeners, the Shandys, can subscribe and save a whopping 40%.
Go to earthbreeze.com/Shandy to get started.
That's Earthbreeze, EARTHBREEZE.com/Shandy to save 40%.
Earthbreeze.com/Shandy.
You were so excited about that.
That was a great airplane. It flew amazingly.
The consensus here is Katie's mom supports this relationship wholeheartedly. Katie says that's all she needed to hear. And afterwards, Katie tells Zach that she's falling in love. And we rewatched Zach's reaction a few times because it was very powerful.
Oh, he was into it.
He looks so happy to hear this that his face is like twitching. Andy, you said he's uncontrollably happy.
Yeah. No acting there.
Yeah.
He was trying to suppress it.
Yes. He was like smiling and then he was like,
Yeah.
It was so cute.
I honestly think that might have been the second take. On the first take, he was like, yes!
Okay, so now we're in Los Angeles. At this point, Andy, I checked in the episode to see how far along we were. And there was still some time left. And we were like, oh, why? And we know now why, because Sean Lowe makes another appearance. Andy, you said, does he get paid per appearance?
I want to know.
It would seem so.
Yeah.
He's always there.
Always there.
Ready to go. And I'm not blaming him. I just think that the powers that be, can maybe tap into something or someone else.
Yeah. Maybe like an actual celebrity.
Or someone who... I like Sean Lowe, but I feel like we've gotten this advice from him already. Possibly already in this season. We had 2 recaps within this one episode. At the beginning during his shower.
Yeah.
And then here with Sean, he recaps all the hometowns we just saw.
Yeah.
It's filler.
Yeah. There wasn't much real advice here either. Imagine if he was like the captain of the Titanic.
Okay.
Like, Captain Lowe, we just hit an iceberg. It's like, oh, well, icebergs and ships don't go well together.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And when an iceberg hits a ship, it sometimes sinks.
Yeah, and let me tell you, when my ship hit an iceberg, I was really stressed out.
Yeah. I was really, really upset. I was probably going to drown. So if I don't drown, it's good. And I should probably get in one of the lifeboats and kick a woman out.
That didn't really work, but it somehow did in the end.
Yeah, thank you.
But basically, Sean's advice is that he felt pressure at this point in his own journey, and he just kept coming back to thinking, man, I have so much fun with Catherine.
And 50 grand.
Oh, man.
No. What do you think he gets for that? What do you think he gets paid for this? I'm curious. Is this a 50 grand job?
I can see him doing it possibly for free because of it keeps him relevant.
Yeah, but he doesn't have like a podcast or like something to promote a book.
Yeah, but they're both like, they both have like 1 million followers. It's sort of like, it just keeps them in the loop.
I see what you mean.
He's the golden boy.
Oh, so you think he may have done it for free? Or maybe he did it because he loves the franchise so much.
Well, he should love the franchise. Sean Lowe he has every reason to love the franchise.
So free, you say?
I don't know. If he's doing it for free, he is not a hard baller. Hard baller? Is that the word?
I don't even know what you mean by that, but I'm going to let you say it.
I just mean someone who plays hardball.
Oh, I see. He's a...
What?
I got to be honest with you. I don't think anyone has ever used that word. But I totally am with it.
Okay, Zach says he dreads these rose ceremonies, which brings us to this rose ceremony. I gotta say, I just have to say before we move on that everyone looked lovely, but I really wish Ariel's hair had been up all the way. It's only half up, and I just think with that neckline, that's needed to be up.
Yeah.
A big updo or maybe a ponytail, just something to let that neckline shine.
I mean, I agree with you because I know you're right.
And meanwhile, you were not a fan of Katie's dress, Sandy.
It's not that I wasn't a fan. It felt a little try-hard to me.
Okay.
Like I prefer a less try-hard look, but I respect the effort there. It was just like kind of like party on one side, business on the other. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good.
On one side horizontally, not front and back.
Yeah, it's like, diametrically. Is that how it is?
So for me, what saved Katie's dress, I actually feel kind of indifferent to her dress. It's actually, to me, it's something that would have been on the runway at one point and then ended up like on High Street, like sort of like Top Shoppy, like you could find it at the mall. And so I feel like that moment has already happened, but I'm not going to falter for it because she styled it so well. She had that big, high, fluffy ponytail. If she had worn her hair down, I would have felt very differently.
I personally think either half of the dress, if made to the whole, would have been good.
Okay. Okay, so getting roses here are Ariel first, Katie second, and then it's like the least drum rolling situation ever. Gabi! Or we can do, this can be a throwback to Clayton's, oh wait, it was the double Bachelorette season where they did it wrong. It was B team editing. Do it again.
Oh.
Gabi! Oh, that was such a fail. Okay, so Charity and Zach go sit outside. Charity's just crying. Zach's just sitting there silently. Andy, you said, make yourself cry. Remember all those nights of DJing. Yeah. Whatever happened to Verzaki in our recaps?
I know. Verzaki came back and then he kind of left. But it's okay. He left his mark.
What we learned was Zach is actually a little more Verzaki than we thought he was in the beginning.
I agree. That was the thing.
Okay. Zach says this was the hardest decision he's had to make. He's been sick to his stomach all day. He wasn't sure until the last minute. Maybe he's making a mistake. And she interrupts him here and she's like, don't say that. She said she took a risk in coming there. He says she deserves all the love and he couldn't give it to her. He's grateful to know her. And then that's it. She takes off. In the car, she says she doesn't understand what it means when people say, you deserve all the love that I can't give you.
I agree with her.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, that is an empty statement. It means nothing. It's a patronizing and ridiculous statement.
I can kind of see what someone means when they say that. You're acknowledging that you are so worthy of love. I think you're an awesome person. You're just, it's not me. Someone.
I agree with the meaning of the statement.
Yeah.
I agree with it, but it doesn't need to be said. I feel it's always patronizing. It's like, it's not you, it's me. It's just a more flowery version of it's not you, it's me.
I feel like when in moments like this, you need something like that to fill the space. What's he going to say otherwise?
I agree. I'm not faulting anyone here. I'm just saying in general, I don't like patronizing phrases.
Okay,
I'm not a fan.
Neither does Charity.
No, and she rightfully so.
Okay, so now we have our credits. Zach reveals he puts mustard on his pancakes, as his grandma did. Someone mentioned this in the comments way back, so this was not as shocking as it would have been.
Yeah. I mean, I love mustard. Of all the people in the world, I think I'm in the top 1% of mustard lovers.
You love mustard. You love all mustard. Yellow mustard, Dijon mustard.
Any mustard. I'll eat a mustard sandwich. You've seen me eat mustard sandwiches. Just bread with mustard.
Yeah.
I love it.
You also
bread with
you take sardines out of a can and just eat them with mustard.
Pile mustard on them. That's disgusting. I know it's disgusting and I like it.
Even though this is obviously shocking that he eats mustard on his pancakes, I actually think there are weirder things. Because to me, a pancake without stuff on it, it's like the vehicle. It can become savory or sweet.
Yeah, but why not put mustard on bread? Like, why do you have to go through the effort of making a pancake to put mustard on it? I feel like that's a waste of a pancake is a dessert item.
Yeah, but it's not that sweet. It's sweet because of what you put on a pancake. So what I'm saying is it's like a crepe where you could have eggs, spinach, cheese in a crepe and it would become a savory crepe. You could have a savory pancake. I'm not saying that I would choose to put mustard on my pancakes. All I'm saying is that I would, I think, sooner put mustard on my pancake and make it a meal than have table syrup on a pancake.
Wow. That's such an insult to table syrup.
I feel Gabi about this. It's fraudulent. It's straight up high fructose corn syrup with like brown number 15.
Yeah, but high fructose corn syrup is used in like every soda is high fructose corn syrup. Almost every candy bar is high fructoase corn syrup. Yeah, but at least in that case, it's just sweetening
the thing.
Sugar.
It's not the main thing.
I get it. I'm just saying that I'm okay with table syrup.
Okay.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
A real okay with capital OK.
Okay, so Andy, that brings us to your A game. Who's your winner?
I'm going to give it to Charity's brother.
Okay.
A game brothering.
So supportive, still so sentimental, so sweet.
Yeah. And also respectful of Zach, knowing the position he was in.
Yeah.
Knowing the situation. He didn't go after him. He's like, I get it. I know what's happening.
Totally. It didn't feel like he was trying to milk his own airtime.
No.
And I feel like I don't know if he's single, but I can picture a lot of people being like, ooh, is he single?
I have a light man crush on her brother.
Oh, yeah.
Light.
Nehemiah.
We all want a Nehemiah.
I'm just proud of myself for pronouncing it.
We all need a Maya.
All right, Andy, that brings us to our word watch. Because there was one on the fence, we didn't use it. So they were a total of 5 incorrect usages of I.
Correct.
In this episode. Total correct guesses, Andy?
69, dude.
I don't know what that is.
It was Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh.
You never saw that?
No.
You have never seen Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Who's in it? Keanu Reeves and the other guy.
And the other guy. Oh, that's what they did a remake of. I'm sorry, Andy. I don't know. I just know that they did a remake of something and that Keanu Reeves ended up having a way bigger career than the other guy, but they stayed friends.
They did stay friends.
Yeah.
And super cute. Can you imagine having Keanu Reeves as a lifetime friend, which you made one movie with him?
Oh, I want to be Keanu Reeves' friend.
Everyone does.
And I will admit, I didn't have much of an opinion on Keanu Reeves until I heard about what a great guy he was. and then read some stories online. I was like, I like Keanu Reeves now.
Everyone likes him. You know, he was staying, this is a true story. Like, it was like 12 to 15 years ago. He was, I think, seeing or dating some girl who lived across the street from me. Literally, Keanu Reeves was staying across the street from me for like 3 months. I used to see him all the time. And I never said hello, but I respect that. I was like, he doesn't want people to say hello to him. But little did I realize he's the one celebrity who does want people to say hello to him. And I missed my chance.
Oh, yeah, but you're too New York. You would never do it anyway. Okay, so our winner, we've really kept people waiting here. Drum roll, Andy. I think this is a satisfying one to win. The winner is Michelle Oliver. Congratulations. You are the winner of $100 in jewelry to one of my all-time favorite Etsy shops, Furano Studio. Please email us by this Friday at midnight to claim your prize. And Andy, what is the word for next week?
In honor of past episodes, we're going with engagement.
Okay. We're nearing the end. So if you would like to join in the Shandy Word Watch Fun and have a chance to win, same prize once again, $100 to spend at one of my all-time favorite Etsy shops, Furano Studio. Almost all of the jewelry you see me wearing is from her. I love her stuff, gold-filled, gold-plated. You can win $100 in jewelry by guessing correctly the number of times you predict the word engagement will be uttered in episode
8, 9, 8. 9. Yes.
This is episode 8.
Yeah.
And you must do so by commenting either below this YouTube video or over on the Instagram post for this recap. You will use the numeral of the number of times you think the word will be said. You must include either word watch or engagement or both in your comment. And you must do so by this Friday at midnight. And if you guess correctly, you will be entered in a draw and one name will be plucked and that person will win the prize.
Nicely done.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
You're welcome after a compliment. It takes away from the compliment.
Absolutely. It's an insult.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like you're taking something back. You're like, yeah, you're damn right.
You're taking credit. Your hair looks nice today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No. It's my hair that looks nice, not you.
Okay, Andy, that brings us to our predictions finally. We're on the same page. We're very on the same page with this season. Okay, so we both think Katie's winning, obviously.
Definitely.
We both think Gabi will be getting second.
Strong second.
Very strong second. Yeah. I think he really likes Gabi.
He does. He's going to be very sad. There's going to be a lot of crying.
You said that actually weeks ago. He's going to be very upset about sending her home.
Definitely.
I just feel like he can't send Katie home.
Can't do it.
And so we both think going home will be Ariel.
Yeah.
In time to be crowned bachelorette.
Just in time.
Yeah. That's, by the way, we don't actually know whether or not.
We don't.
But we just really think, like, how can they not? She's exactly what they need at this point.
She will not have time to have a tongue sandwich and a Ben's pizza before they tell her she's bachelorette.
Okay. We haven't decided yet if we're going to do a recap for Women Tell All.
Yeah, the timing is a little weird, but I think we will give it a shot.
It's a bit of a struggle for us with our travels, but we will let you know on Instagram. So yeah, that's where news happens. So if you're not sure, go over to Instagram where we will tell you.
We now have breaking news.
Okay, if you enjoyed what you heard today, you know what we will ask of you, and that is to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow us on Instagram and
TikTok,
leave us Apple and
Spotify
podcast ratings and reviews, and generally do all of the things that you would do to support a podcast you enjoy, including telling your friends.
Tell them. Yes. Tell them.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Dear Shandy. Bye-bye. Dear Shandy. All right.
Hold on.
Where did it go?
In my tummy.
Welcome back to another Dear Shandy Bachelor recap, listeners.